volver a trabajar con ella y después contar algo de su trabajo. Gracias.
Cheers, happy to see you on Sanctuary. And how was act again with on the topic?
We really only had one day together because we were in it so little together when we were filming. It was great to be back. It was great. I talked to her before and I talked to her after. And, you know, they wanted to make it, I had spoken to Damien Kindler, the executive producer, on the phone, and I sort of, before I knew the script, and I said, what are you planning? Because I don't want to go back and play the same character. And then when he described the character, described that I'd be working with Agam Darshi a lot, and not Amanda so much, it was like, okay, great, because we didn't want it to be, you know, a Stargate reunion show. We wanted to be, you know, she wanted to establish this is a very different show. Her character is very different, and you have all that history and familiarity that Amanda and I have together, so we wanted to make sure that the two were kind of separate in that world. And but it was great. I see Amanda almost every other day because our kids go to the same school, and Martin would as well, so so we've stayed in touch a great deal. Yes, sir.
El pasado mes de octubre vino Marina Sirtis a Valencia y nos contó una anécdota muy divertida de cuando te conoció. Entonces queríamos saber si es cierto que llegaste a odiar tu personaje de Stargate y si es así, ¿por qué volviste a Stargate?
¿Me puedes repetir el nombre de la persona que no? ¿La has todo, Marina Sirtis? Marina Sirtis went to Valencia and told a great story about the day you meet her for the first time, something like that. And the first question is, there are two questions. The first question is, do you really begin hating your Daniel Jackson character?
Hey, what? Marina Sirtis told a story in Valencia about the first day of meeting me, and that was what happened. I don't know.
Según ella, nos contó que estaban esperando dentro de un set que era el submarino y llegaste gritando a qué coño hay que follarse para poder salir de esta serie. Para poder entrar en ella.
Well, this is going to be good. Yeah.
She was waiting on a submarine set, and you enter and you were screaming something. Who the hell I am waiting to go out this show?
Oh, who do I have to buck to get off this show? I said that?
She told it. I mean, I don't know.
I'm sure if I was screaming that out, I was probably kidding. So, did she take that seriously? Is that she thought I was serious? Is that the?
Yeah.
Oh no, not to my recollection. Although I'm sure I thought that a few times, but I don't recall running through the set screaming that. So, although I did leave the show, so you know, put two and two together. So maybe I did run through. I don't recall that at all. I recall. Geez, I don't recall that at all. Oh, good for Marina. Wow. Anything else? Good one, though.
Hi, Michael.
Hi.
I'm wondering, how do you feel about being killed so many times on Stargate?
You know, the funny thing is, it's carried over into every other show I do. It was funny because because when I did Sanctuary, it's like, oh, I die again. Did Burn Notice? Oh, I die again. it's become kind of a running gag. And I remember I was working with an actor who had to get squibbed for the first time. They were getting shot, and he was like all wigged out. And he's been in the business for 20 years, and he was like, oh, I've never been shot in a show before. And I'm like, I've been shot by everything: drowned, cut up, stabbed, killed, burned, thrown out of a building. Just about every way there is to die on film, I've done it. And I'm realizing, it was funny when I was doing Smallville. And as soon as I read in the script where, Hawkman comes forward, he's talking to Lois, and he talks about how he's, he knows he's going to die soon, and I was like, of course he dies and is reincarnated all the time, but I'm like, oh yeah, this is just, another time. And sure enough, the next script that came along was the last one I did. I'm like, yeah, of course he dies. So I don't know, it's starting to become a thing. I'm starting to think that some people, it's kind of a running gag in my career where I'll play really cool characters, but they all die. So if it was just isolated to Stargate, I'd go, yeah, because I know that those writers had a lot of fun with it. It was almost like, well, what can we do? They like to do it with all the actors. Brad Wright's sort of philosophy about it was, if I don't ever harm my lead characters, there's not really a feeling of any jeopardy. So he kind of went overboard with how many times he would put us in jeopardy in alternate realities, and then follow through by killing us all. So I think there's probably some website out there that counts the number of times Daniel died, but I lost count.